I mean, but the point is it doesn't matter. That isn't for me. That's for the weak-minded, mainly women that read this. Oh, look, Alex Jones isn't cool. I mean, it's just total junior high mentality. And it's just lie after lie. And they quote Lewis Black of the Chronicle, who's always made up stuff about me. This is a guy who writes full-page editorials in his own rag paper, you know, with stories in between the porno shop ads, that says that Sintra is not Spanish-owned. Just totally has disdain and contempt for his readers. Thinks they're complete morons. We're all conspiracy theorists to some degree. We're all hardwired to find patterns of threat. And it says information is the conspiracy theorist's weapon of choice because if there's one thing they all agree on, it's that all the rest of us have been brainwashed. The facts will plainly reveal the existence of conspiracy, they believe. And while look at Blackwater with rape rooms and murdering people. We said that and got called conspiracy theorists. Cheney wanting to stage terror attacks, now declassified. We were called conspiracy theorists. We said the NSA was spying on everybody. Now that's declassified. We said Obama's setting up youth brigades. Now it's admitted. I mean, we're right about everything. We go off the documents. All while all of us tend to bend information to fit our pre-existing cognitive scheme. Oh, everybody bends information. No, sir. Conspiracy theorists are more extreme. They are immune to evidence. Really, you're the one that's immune to evidence. Disconnecting contradictory information or seeing it as proof of how clever the enemy is at covering things up. Conspiracy theorists exist on a spectrum from mild suspicion to full of paranoia, and brain chemistry may play a role. Dopamine rewards us for noting patterns and finding meaning in sometimes insignificant events. Yeah, if there's a saber-toothed tiger in those woods and you see him moving and pick up the pattern and can tell that's a big cat, that means you survived and passed your genes on. But I don't know how the genes of these psychologists got passed on. They could have a cat right in front of them and say, that's a conspiracy theory because they live in denial. It's long been known that schizophrenics overproduce dopamine. See, we're schizophrenic. The earliest stages of delusion are characterized by an overabundance of meaningful coincidence, explained Paul D. Morrison of R.M. Murray, an Institute of Psychiatry at King's College, London. Jumping to conclusions is a common reasoning style among the paranoid, find Daniel Freeman and his colleagues, also at the Institute of Psychiatry. Indeed, there are no coincidences in Jones' world. In a scene from the Obama deception, Jones dives into the belly of the beast, the hotel where purported conspirators will be meeting. It was in the news that world leaders were there setting policy. The Bilderberg brags they set policy. We were being followed. They did pull a fire alarm to blame it on us. They told us they were going to do it. And I told that. He just thought, he told me on the phone that he didn't even believe there was a meeting going on. I mean, I was literally, he believes, schizophrenically stumbling around at a hotel with news cameras, and that there weren't black cars, there weren't sedans, there weren't Secret Service, there weren't guys pointing machine guns at us. I mean, I was having a full-on, total hallucination. And people reading this believe it. He just talked about schizophrenia, and now I'm having a... And the thing is, they cold-bloodedly know it's true. It's total scam. I mean, who do they prey on? School kids with their drugs. I mean, this is in between ads where it says it makes you commit suicide. You understand, this guy over the phone denied that the lobotomies were done at public fairs with ice picks. I mean, you can just Google ice picks lobotomies, and it's NPR, AP, Reuters. It isn't true. It isn't true, he said. Jones says that he has been visited by the FBI and Secret Service, but can't discuss the interviews. Well, he asked me if I've ever been visited by the feds, and I said, yeah, but it's a court case, gag order. I told him. He knows that in federal court cases. And it's now in the AP, and it's now in Wired Magazine. And he doesn't care, folks. He just says... It's so sick. Jones says that he has been visited by the FBI and Secret Service but can't discuss the interviews. It may be that the federal agents, in fact, want to evaluate whether he is a threat to the president. And then he goes in and talks about Richard McCaslin. Then it says the war continues. In a video promoting the Obama deception, Jones urges, we know who they are, we know what they are, we know what has to be done. I'm talking about peacefully in that section, getting the word out. He cuts it out and makes it look like I'm calling for violence. But he preys on his little stable of readers who don't understand this, desperately trying to keep them on the reservation so they can sell them their drugs. And they brag right here. They go, hey, we're a fast-growing business. Go to the Chicago Business School. One of the top 10 fastest-growing professions is psychology. See, it's a business. Recruiting their priest corps to go out and sell the drugs for their Thulsa of Doom mind control system. Candy for the kids. Look, candy Prozac that makes you commit suicide right here. It's candy that tastes good and dissolves in the mouth. I mean, you couldn't make up something this bizarre. And then he says, I'm lying about doing lots of interviews with the media. He just, I mean, it's just, you are the liar and the fraud, sir, and everybody knows it.